Okay, team, in today's episode, we are talking about something that most consultancy owners quietly struggle with: how to actually take a proper holiday from your business without things falling apart. Because let's be honest, most founders tell themselves they can't step away, that the team isn't ready, or that everything will collapse if they're gone for more than a week. But the truth is, if you can't take time off, you don't own a business, you own a job. Hi, I'm Josh Stone. I spent 10 years as a director and shareholder of a 3 million engineering consultancy that we grew to a 30 million multidisciplinary firm across engineering, town planning, surveying, and architecture. And one of the biggest breakthroughs, we had in our journey was learning how to build a business that ran without us. So today, in today's podcast episode, we're going to unpack a number of key ideas. Like, firstly, why do most owners feel, guilty or anxious about taking time off? We're going to cover like the bottlenecks that stop your business from running smoothly while you're away. And we're also going to cover like how to set your business up well so that you can actually have a proper holiday, one that you don't have to take the laptop, you aren't on call, and that, a holiday that actually recharges you and makes your business stronger because of it. So let's get into it. All right. First things first, we need to address the elephant in the room. We need to address this mindset problem of these stories that we tell ourselves around, like, the business can't run without me. I can't possibly take time off. Like, all of this stuff, everything to do with business is largely up here in between our two ears. And a lot of the times, taking a proper holiday, having time off, and building a business that can run without you is a mindset problem. So what I see a lot of is founders convincing themselves that they're indispensable. Like, I have to be here. The business can't possibly run without me. I can't possibly trust my team to deliver work without me checking it. Clients need me to be on their projects. And the more you tell yourselves those stories, it becomes an identity issue. It's not just ops and systems and processes, but it becomes a real thing up here where you keep telling yourselves, I'm indispensable, I can't take time off. And then it becomes an identity thing. The hard worker, I'm always here to solve your problems, I never take time off. It becomes an embedded identity, and we need to fix that. The other thing I see a lot of is, fear of things going wrong, or like that quality of control dropping when you aren't going to be there. So again, if you haven't got systems and processes, if you haven't got QA processes, things probably will go wrong. We'll talk about this in a second in terms of systems and processes. But like, from a mindset point of view, we tell ourselves, oh, I'm the only one that can do it as good as, I'm the only one that can do a really good job technically. I'm the only person that can sign off on these drawings. I'm the only one that can check them before they go out. Like, this fear of stuff going wrong and quality dropping leads to micromanaging, leads to I can't take time off, and leads to I'm indispensable. So again, this mindset of this business can't run without me comes from this fear of, letting go of control. The other thing I see a lot of from a mindset point of view is, this, like, taking time off feels like I'm abandoning the ship. I'm leaving my team to their own devices. How are they possibly going to function without me? It's a real thing. Like, it's really like, what will my team think of me? What will my clients think of me? I'm leaving them alone. And instead of that being like this leadership maturity in your business, it feels like you're abandoning them and letting them down somehow. So again, like, I'm from a mindset point of view, taking this time off feels like you're running away from the business and leaving your team to fend for themselves in the wilderness. But I want you to flip that to, how good is this? I've built a business that can actually run without me. That is leadership maturity. So I want to flip that story in your head. And like, real talk for a second, if your business can't function without you, like, that's just this episode is not about having a go at businesses that are at a point where they can't take time off. I guess I'm highlighting that a lot of the times you can take time off and can have a holiday. You just tell yourself that you can't, or that your business isn't at a right point. But if you actually tried hard and thought hard enough about it, you can take time off and can have a really good holiday if you set it up well. We work with heaps of single business owners who are in this boat at the moment. It's all me. I do everything. I wear 6 hats in the business. HR, well, there's no HR because it's just you. Marketing, BD, sales, delivering the work, client relationships. And you're like, well, how can I possibly have time off? Because it's all on me. But we literally just had a client come back from 4 weeks over in the UK, seeing his family. He's a single business owner. He runs all of his projects. He does all of his own BD, everything. It was how he set his business up to facilitate a month over in the UK with his family. So if your business can't function without you, that's just feedback from you. It's not failure. It's just feedback as to where you've still got to go to grow the business that you want. And the goal isn't to escape your business. It isn't to run away from the business when you have time off. It's like the goal is to build something that works when you're not there. So it's not like oh my God, I can't wait for this time off because I'm so stressed and I need this time off. And then I'm going to be stressing about the business, whether it's running well while I'm away. Like the goal isn't to escape. It's about to build something that works so well when you're not there that it runs smoothly and amazingly when you are there, freeing you up to do the stuff that you love, and it hums along nice and smoothly when you're not there. So I just wanted to address at the outset of this episode some of the mindset issues or mindset problems that I see people, business owners, convincing themselves that the business can't run without you. Okay, what I want to talk to you about now or next is, I guess, some of the big bottlenecks I see that keep you trapped in this thinking that your business can't run without you. And this is there's some mindset stuff here, but mostly it's like operational structure, systems and processes and that sort of thing. So let's go through them. And again, as I'm talking, have a think about where you've ticked the box in this area and have a think about where you haven't. And obviously that's just a work on for you. So the first thing is no clear structure. And that's like, I'm talking about your org chart, your reporting structure, that sort of thing. And when there is no clear structure, it means that all decisions funnel to you because like the roles and responsibilities aren't clearly defined in your business. So the first big bottleneck that keeps you trapped in your business is no clear structure, and everything just funnels through to you. So obviously, if everything funnels through you because you haven't defined roles and responsibilities and a decision-making matrices in your business, how can you take time off when you're literally responsible for making every single decision in the business? So that's the first one, no clear structure. The second is no rhythm. Like there's no like systems and processes, no meetings, no dashboards, no like accountability loops, no like weekly team meetings on project delivery. Everything depends on like these reactive ad hoc conversations. Instead of having like this clear projects kicked off, we do a project kickoff plan. We talk to the client, we set up weekly cadence meetings with the internal team, and things just run like clockwork and run smoothly. If you've got no set up rhythm in your business, everything just depends on this reactive ad hoc conversations. And again, how do you take time off or away from that when there's no clear path for your team while you're away to deliver projects? Thirdly, no documentation. So if everything lives in your head, and you would like if you're nodding or saying yes, this, you're not alone. Like you would not believe the amount of people that we work with where everything lives still in their head, and they're responsible for getting everything out of their head to someone else. And if you're doing it, your team are going to be doing it too. So lead by example. So if you've got no documentation, like everything lives in your head, where the project is up to, what the client said in the kickoff meeting, all those sorts of things. So everyone's like, well, cool. We'll just wait for Mr. and Mrs. Business Owner to tell me what to do next because there's no documentation, there's no processes. It's literally all in their head. So document stuff so there are processes and it gets out of your head into a system or process in the business. The other thing is trust. So if you haven't trained, empowered, or backed your team to make decisions confidently, again, and when I say trust, it's trust from you to your team and trust from your team to themselves too, to be able to make calls when you're not there. So we want to have team that you've trained, you've invested time in, you've helped them through hard situations, you've helped them make decisions in the past. Once you've got people who are independent and can start to think for themselves and make calls when you're not there, means that you don't have to be there for decisions to be made in the business. So the no trust piece is big. And lastly, boundaries. Like if you've got no boundaries, like you respond to every single call, you respond to every client email, you're required to be part of every crisis. And you're always the savior and the person that swoops in to save the day. Guess what? If you keep doing that, you're training your team to expect that. You're training your clients to expect you to be there. It's this whole like unconscious agreement that we start to set up with people. If you have an unconscious agreement with your team and your clients that you're always going to be there, you're going to be the go-to for every call, every client, every email, every crisis. You have an unconscious agreement with those people that you'll do that. And so when you're not there, they are like, well, that just keeps burning because the business owner is not here to make a decision on that. So again, no boundaries is a bottleneck that keeps you trapped in your business. So I just wanted to cover some of the main bottlenecks that I see happening, and I'm sure you've been nodding along to a few of them, or I'm sure you've been saying, oh yeah, I do that. Again, what do you need to fix? And take a list and a mental note and make a plan to start to fix some of them. All right. So how do you do it? How do you build a business that works without you, that runs without you, and allows you to take a proper holiday without you glancing at the phone or the notifications every 18 minutes? So first things first, start small. Like, take 1 or 2 days off every now and then and just test your systems. So, and from the outset, start to bring your team into this whole process. So from the outset, just start to say to your team, look, I want to get us more robust. I want us to have better systems and processes. I want to be able to take time off and trust and empower all of you to be able to do what you need to do. So we're going to start small. I'm going to take 1 or 2 days off. We're going to test our systems, debrief after I get back, and we're going to, what broke, what didn't work, and we're going to fix it. So start small. Secondly, document your decisions, like build a playbook. So all of our boardroom members, when they start working with us, we start to help them build out what we call their business playbook. So that is literally, it can be a 600, 1,000 page document, but it's literally a business playbook of how their entire business runs. And that seems overwhelming and daunting. It's about starting somewhere and it's about chipping away at it. But over time, if everyone's contributing to that business playbook, that is the go-to manual for how to make decisions in your business when you're not there. So you want to document decisions, build your business playbook, break it up into different sections: marketing, sales, project delivery, client issues, approvals, project escalations, all that sort of thing. And just train your team to keep adding to it. Whenever you build a new process, that gets added into the playbook. And whenever your team come to ask you questions when you are around, just go, have you checked the playbook for an answer on that? Continually training your team to go back to the playbook first before they come to you. I want to talk to you about clear ownership, assigning decision rights to people in your business. So who owns what when you're not there? So you're the business owner, you're still going to have things that you need to make decisions on. So you can be very clear to your team around, okay, this decision now sits with you. You're now in charge of X, Y, and Z while I'm away. You might have things that can't be decided upon while you're away. It has to wait till you get back. That list should be very, very small. Otherwise, there's always going to be a roadblock in your business. But make sure as you grow and you start to take time off, just create that clear accountability and ownership in your business. Who owns what while you're there? Communicate early. So, I'm just fresh back from 3 and a bit weeks away overseas. It was amazing. Saw my family. Didn't work at all. Well, I think I answered 1 or 2 messages from the team. Had a little bat phone there for Josh in WhatsApp. Any questions they wanted to ask me went into the bat phone, but they had to be stuff's burning to ask Josh. But that whole process, we set things up early. So we had a whole team meeting. I'm going away. I'm not going to be contactable. I'm going to be the other side of the world. So time zone's just not going to work. We did a very clear comms to all of our members around, I'm going to be away. The coaching team are going to be taking over X, Y, and Z. Who's going to be in charge while you're away, all those sorts of things. So the earlier you can communicate about being away, let clients, staff, and other people know, it just sets you up for success. So it's not like you're over in the UK or somewhere like that, and your client's calling you trying to get a hold of you, and it's midnight for you and it's whatever time it is for them. Like, just communicate early and let people know you're going to be away. Some people think, oh, I'm just going to stealthily go away and no one will notice. Trust me, people notice. So comms early, talk to your team, talk to your clients, and just be very open and transparent. Set your team up for success, talk about all the things that could happen while you're away, empower people to do what they need to. But then when you're on holidays, like, protect your holiday, remove email access, turn notifications off, set expectations with your team, encourage your team to step up and just say, like I said to my team, like, unless there is some kind of crisis that none of you can all solve together, that's when you contact me on the bat phone. But other than that, I want to enjoy my holiday. So protect your holiday at all costs, set the team up for success well, and debrief when you get back. That's the big thing. Debrief what worked, what didn't, what systems do we need to build for the next time when I want to take 6 weeks off and that sort of thing. So protect your holiday and set expectations from the outset. All right, so on the theme of taking time off, like, one of our boardroom businesses that we're coaching at the moment, they've got directors, the directors are Mandy, Alex, and David. Like, they'd spent years believing they couldn't take time off. Like, too many moving parts in the business, too many client deliverables. But honestly, like, they were starting to get burnt out and they were really scared of stepping away. And so we just focused with them on really closely around, like, putting clear systems in place, building out like that weekly rhythm with the team. They've got a bit of a bigger business, decision structures in the business, and doing client comms and that sort of thing. So eventually we got them to a point where they all took proper breaks. Their first in many, many years. They all went to different places and that sort of thing. And the business didn't fall apart. In fact, the team stepped up, new leaders in the business emerged, clients, I don't think, noticed they were gone. And when they came back, like, they were refreshed, recharged, they saw everything in the business more clearly, and they could really, from a bird's eye view, look at like what's working, what wasn't, and how do we grow to that next phase. So, to me, that's what brings a smile to my face. That's what this is all about. Like, not checking out, but proving that your business can operate as a true business, not a job that relies on you being chained to it. So I just wanted to share that story with you. Alrighty. So if you take one thing away from today's episode, it's this: if your business can't run without you, it's time to fix that. Taking a real holiday isn't just good for you, it's one of the best stress testers of your business and that your business will ever go through. So look, if you'd like to learn more about how to run a profitable and efficient consultancy, a business that grows consistently, increases revenue, and gives you the freedom you started this whole business journey for, check out our 10 million plus consultancy roadmap training, like a step-by-step guide to help you go from where you are now to 1 million to 3 million to 5 or 10 million and beyond, and really helping you build a business you can be proud of. So the link to that training will be below this video. Take care, talk soon.